Origination, everything has a beginning. Progression, everything progresses, changes over time. Cessation, everything comes to an end. Birth, growth and age, death. Suffering, we all encounter pain in one or the other form during our lives. Nature of non-self, meaning these and all other things that we experience which are beyond our control. Suffering exists only due to the fact of subjective perception of I and mine. If there is no I left to perceive, there is nothing to perceive suffering. Suffering, birth, aging, death stops immediately with the cessation of the perception of I and mine. The Four Noble Truths, or the truth by which one gets ennobled. Life bears the experience of suffering. The cause for all suffering is desire and craving, resulting out of the perception of I and mine. There is a way to end all suffering, namely the eightfold path of practice and training. The threefold learning. Training in higher morality. Training in concentration, in higher mentality. Training in knowledge, understanding, to gain higher wisdom. The training framework is called the Eightfold Path. Right view and understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. Right view and understanding, meaning an intellectual grasp of the concept, understanding that impermanence and non-selfhood of things causes suffering, tension, in the mind if there is any attachment to I and mine. To use the own intellectual capabilities for understanding and resolving the problems in this regard. Right thought, meaning constructive thinking, developing a mind that is free from disturbing thoughts such as ill will, hatred, revenge, greed, jealousy, lust, and violence. It means to develop mental integrity according to the declared objective. Right speech, meaning constructive talking, developing a speech that is free from harsh language, lying, boasting, tale-bearing, cunning, or deceiving. It means to develop integrity in speech according to thoughts and actions. Right action, meaning constructive actions, abstaining from killing, stealing, intoxication, lying, inappropriate sexual contacts, to avoid negative impact in one's own and other lives. It means to develop constructive behavior benefiting oneself and the surrounding. Right livelihood, meaning righteous work. To make his living not on cost of exploiting others, not to deal in weapons, drugs and alcohol, or anything else harming living beings or nature. This is not to create inner conflicts due to the work one does, since this is preventing the mind from further developing on the path of purification, leading to the peace which enables the inside realization. Right effort, meaning the will to exercise, developing endurance and self-discipline in order to avoid letting rise or overcome already arisen, troublesome and bad states of the mind. Develop good and beneficial states of the mind and maintain them when they have arisen. Right mindfulness, meaning right meditation. There are different forms of meditation suitable for different levels and individual spiritual needs. It is about calming the mind to an extent where useful observation becomes possible. Observation of the mind in regard of described sense organ and thought processes perceived, which generate the illusion of I and mine. Right concentration, meaning ability to keep focus. Developing a mind that is able to stay focused on a single object or deed one wants to perform along the right path. It means a mind that does not wander from thought to thought and is steady like a candle flame when the air does not move it. The training establishes the 4 sublime states of consciousness. Metta, unconditional, all-embracing love. Karuna, empathy, compassion, pity. Mudita, altruistic and sympathetic joy. Upekkha, neutrality, equanimity and indifference. Metta is unconditional, all-embracing love. Is often called loving-kindness. It is pure love which is not bound to an object or person. It is love that is free from desire. Karuna is empathy and compassion for all living beings. Is wanting to help any being in distress or pain. Is to be the companion for hard times. Mudita is to rejoice in the joy of others without any jealousy as if it were one's own. To be delighted about the luck of others. Is to be happy for them as if the good thing would have happened to oneself. Upekkha is neutrality and equanimity. Is the ability to keep passive in any situation and letting all pass and go. Is indifference. Where there is no perception, there is no more difference.